You can see the difference here. Super happy with this. Welcome to my backyard. Back in November 2024, I ordered the Haven Tent Safari model and did a review right here. Seasons have changed. We're now into the heat of summer. Garden's growing well. But what I'm here today to review the Haven Spectre. So when I did my review for the Haven Safari, I've had over 11,000 views and added 58 subscribers. Thank you very much for your support. At that time, I found two issues in my mind with the Haven Safari. Number one, its weight. And number two, the cost. What I've found since that time, having used and actually grown to love the Haven Safari, is that you're not paying that price for just a hammock. It really is a sleep system. So as I developed a love for the product, I was really curious about what can they do with the weight issue. And I was ready to order the Haven XL. And then along comes the announcement for the Haven Spectre last April. Well, I was one of the early Kickstarter supporters, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to get this in and do a review. So that's what we're going to do here today. I'm going to get the Haven Safari set up right here, and then we'll work on unboxing and getting the Haven Spectre set up right here. But before we get into that, I just want to cover a few things. I know that this is marketed towards backpacking because it's weight reduction. It's down between 4 and 5 pounds now, based upon the options you order with it. And I just want to point out that in my mind, maybe this isn't the product for somebody that's hiking the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Crest Trail. Serious backpackers that really are focused on cutting every ounce. But it's a matter of choices, and what choices do we make as backpackers to get to our destination. I'm not doing those trails. I will go and do Kings Peak here in the Uintas, 17 miles, 28 miles. Maybe do a few nights overnight in the mountains. So there's choices that we make in terms of what sacrifices are we going to make to save weight. Having a good sleep system to me is important. So I wouldn't take the Haven Safari on a backpacking trip. The way I have mine kitted out right now, I can show you. It weighs in at 13 1/4 pounds. We'll show you what's in that in a minute. We'll get a weight on what I've got for the Haven Spectre here in a minute, but other choices we make. What backpack do we use? For years, I used this backpack from Cabela's, and more recently picked up this Osprey. They're actually about the same weight, so not a huge weight difference. However, I find the Osprey to be much more comfortable, so as a choice, I prefer to use the Osprey over this Cabela's pack that I've had for quite a while. It's been good, but it's not as comfortable. So what choices do we make in our activities? I have, in the past, taken this out backpacking. Heavy. It's almost 2 pounds. It is a water filter that is metal construction, but it's like bulletproof. You can field service it. You can filter 25,000 pounds or gallons of water through it. That's bulletproof. That's I'm not getting rid of that, but I don't necessarily need to take it when I can use the platypus and it weighs 1/4 pound. So choices we make. I'd be willing to bet you that we wouldn't go backpacking with the Safari. Maybe some people have, but most people wouldn't. But I'd be willing to bet that if the quality, the construction, the comfort are all there in the Haven Spectre like I've experienced in the Haven Safari, I would be willing to bet you that most people would say this is awesome. So let's get into it. I'm going to get the Haven Safari set up here, and then we'll work on unboxing and getting the Spectre set up right here behind me. So let's get to it. part of my weight for the Haven Safari is the addition of the pad, the pump, the light system. So different little choices that I make to be comfortable, and they're worth it to me. All right, let's get this done. Right now, okay, we've got the Haven Safari. We'll get the pad blown up in just a minute, but you can see what it looks like there. Now, let's turn our attention this way. And let's see what we got in the box. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, got to remind myself what all I ordered. That's a camp pillow. I want to try that out. I'm a pillow person. I got to have a good pillow. So that's something that I ordered on this. We got another ridge light, another pump. Here is the tent. There we go. Nice and small and compact. Here's the pad. You can strap on right there, it looks like. And that's the Rainfly. The Sil Poly. I couldn't justify the change or increase in price for the Dyneema for the amount of use that I'll put into this. If I were doing the Appalachian or Pacific Crest, I would have gone with the Dyneema, but that's not what I'm going to be doing with this. So I'm super excited about this. Additionally, I went with the True Level XL pad, just like I have in the Haven Safari. It adds a little weight, but it adds our value. This is 5.3. The Haven Spectre pad is 2.4 if memory serves right. So all of that together, I know I'm gonna be closer to like 5 pounds, 2 ounces or something for my setup, just for the choices I've made for my own comfort. Okay, let's get into this. Just feels so much lighter than the Safari. Carbon fiber spreader bars, stakes, guy lines. I'm betting this is the, like the Safari, there's a little, oh, okay. This is the gear loft that goes underneath. We'll get that clipped in place. Oh, it's so light. All right, now you've watched me many times set up the Safari. It's going to be very similar. I won't spend a lot of time on the actual setup, but I'm going to get it set up. The straps are a little bit different. So the straps are different. They're whippy slings with a little modification on it. So we'll have to see how well these work. And okay, I got the extra straps too, because you never know how far apart those trees might be, right? This is the tree saver part. So right here, let's come to this level. Get it set up about right there. And yes, they got a long span on them. Okay, ready there. Let's get this other side going. Yep. We're about the same height on each side. We'll go ahead and put the Rainfly on. Oh, if memory serves, there's about a 5-ounce difference between the Sil Poly and the Dyneema. To me, it wasn't worth the cost to save 5 ounces. Somebody it might be, but this is going to be great for my purposes. We will take a carabiner from the inside, slide it through one side, back through the other, tuck that up, and it doesn't necessarily have to come off ever again. Good. I want to see which end I have here. That's great. I'm going to go here to this whoopee sling. We'll call it a Spectre strap since that's what they're calling it. And just pull. Get it about right there. Let's do the other side. All right, get this set up again just the same way. Tuck that through one side, through the other, pull it through. I want it stiff. It's pretty good. Let the fly fall off the backside. Okay. Gear loft is going to clip in here. This is a nice feature. As I've camped with this, there's been times when I've kind of wondered, it's like, I wish I had a spot to put my shoes or other items. Okay. Gear loft's on. Let's get those spreader bars. Ooh, those are light. Nice. There you go. That's what we're looking at inside there. All right. Got a little juice into the pump. Let's go ahead and blow this up. Corners lock in, just like on the other Haven tents. Okay. Well, there we have it. The Spectre, the Safari. I am noticing it appears that the pad maybe a little bit, I mean, obviously it's a different color, but it's a different finish as well. So, and that's probably part of the effort to cut weight. Still have the adjustment strap to get it to recline. The gear loft. Time to try it out. Let's go ahead and adjust this down. Here we go. Will it hold me up? Love all the pockets. Can't complain about those. It feels just like the Safari. Try the side. That will do. Yeah. Feels great. Okay. I am curious. I feel like I am a little more bowed here than in the Safari. So I'm gonna go lay in the Safari and see how that's feeling to me. And that could be it. Maybe I just didn't have the corners locked in. So let me try that again. I had one corner free. I can handle this. Feels like nap time. Okay, let's come over here. You can see what you think from the Haven. Does it bow more? Okay. Or is it the same? personal observation, I do feel more flat in the Safari than I do the Spectre, but not by much. Love it. All right. So, what are you expecting when you buy a Haven tent? You might have a benchmark product that you're accustomed to, and that's your expectation when you order something new. You can actually kind of see, get the tripod out of the way here. You can see how there's a little bit of a curve in the tent to begin with that kind of corrects and you lay flat. Here, it kind of starts off as flat. So I did feel a little more curved, but by no means similar to other hammocks. This was definitely a good choice. I know I'm thinking of a friend that I have. He likes to hammock all the time, and he kind of likes that bowed feeling that he gets in a hammock. This one is definitely flat. This one, just a little bit of a bow. And that may be desirable for some. They may want that just a little bit. It's still so much flatter than other hammocks that I have been in. So, overall, I would give it 2 thumbs up. Knowing my experience in the Haven Safari and good nights sleeping there, I would expect to have similar experiences right here in the Haven Spectre. It's definitely lightweight, love it. Carbon fiber pulls, this is like so light. There is a change to the pad. I don't know what specifically. This has like a kind of a flocked top on it, makes it a little more plush versus this, kind of maybe a little more plasticky, but that's what it is. So, I'm excited about it, looking forward to getting out, doing some backpacking. We'll have that in a coming episode soon, but for right now, pretty happy with this. Before we wrap up, I do want to talk about some of the accessories. Okay, let's talk for a minute about camp pillows. Haven came out with a camp pillow, and I've really been curious to give this a try. I've used a Sea to Summit pillow at times. It's better than nothing, but it's not the best. I'm kind of curious about weight difference between the two. Let's see what we have here. 0.16 pounds for the Sea to Summit. Haven pillow, 0.29. So maybe about double the weight. But you know what? If I can get a good pillow as part of a sleep system, it's one of those compromises I'm willing to make. So, let's see what we have here. Little band. I like the finish on it right away. That's better. Okay. Let's see if we can juice this puppy up real quick. Some people like a firm pillow, some people like a soft pillow. I normally sleep on a down pillow at home, so Love it. It feels really nice, like I might like this. I'm gonna sleep on that side because they've got the valve right there. Let's add this into the mix and see what we end up with. Yeah, there's definitely a little more bow to the Spectre versus the Safari, but I'm okay with it. Oh, wow. Okay. This pillow, A+. Okay. The pillow, that's going to be awesome. And I could take just a little air out of it to make it just right for me. But just kind of first shot at it, this is great. For a third of a pound, it's coming with me. One of those weight trade-offs. Okay. Yeah. That's just nice. That is perfect. My son can have this one. I've got a new camp pillow. Awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about what they've got going on in here. It's an air bladder. Okay. Look at that. I don't know how durable it is. Hopefully this holds up well because I really like it. So we have an air bladder with, yeah, okay. So the bottom side, no padding. This top side, nice. So you got an air bladder underneath and some nice cushioning on top. That's a win. Bladder, make sure I get the valve pointing the right direction. Just, we'll see how well that holds up. Hopefully it holds up well because I'm sold. That's awesome. Pushing on it pretty good just to see. I could take the air out as I put it back in here, but that's okay. It's working out. Haven camping pillow. 2 thumbs up. Back in the bag. Good product. A little more flex. I'd say that's true lay flat, and I'll check with Haven. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but my observation is maybe I could put a little more air in the pad. I'm going to try that just to make sure. We'll get it as much air as I can into this. That's about all it's going to take. Shut that off. Get my corner tucked back in. And that corner locked in. Okay, now we've got lots of bow. Let's see how well it supports me now. All 4 corners are locked in where they belong. Still just a little more flex, a little more curve to the Spectre versus the Safari, but not significant. I will enjoy this. You have to make sure your corners are locked in. 2 thumbs up. All right. I can sit here and this becomes my seat, so I don't have to pack a chair, but I might still pack a chair just because you may not always want to be sitting right at your hammock. Depends upon the situation and scenario. So right now, very happy with it. Let's work with the fly for a minute. One, I wouldn't call it a concern, but one, all right, where are we going here? There we go. One thing that would be nice is to have a little more space. All right, what I'm talking about is here with the Safari, it doesn't give you a lot of room underneath. So if you want to just hang out, that's kind of the space you have. Maybe a couple of feet away from the hammock itself. I like what I see here, and this is something that I had mentioned it talking to Derek with Haven Tent about. It would be nice if the fly came out a little more. You can see here that space has increased significantly, almost, I'd say you've got 3 to 4 feet now, which is a great addition, and that's an area big enough I think you could actually hang out under and not have to think to yourself that you have to take an additional tarp. I like it. I'm excited to get out and use it. I'm not going to batten it down into storm mode. There's other videos. Haven has put that out. I just wanted to give you my honest review of the product, and yeah, that's doable. To the point, I'm going to test that out. I have them both out, and you can see the difference here of the space here versus there. This is great. That's a good improvement. I can sit here. Yep. You could sit here with this out and open during a storm, just rain, and have plenty of dry space. This is just one side. It'll go out the other side as well. So the improvement in the size of the Rainfly, excellent. I would love to see an optional fly for the Safari with this size. That would be great. So think about that, Derek. Can we arrange to get this size fly for the Safari? That'd be a plus. Super happy with this. Post questions in the comments section. I can share my thoughts about the product. All right, I just had a thought I want to try. I'm curious if the difference in how well this one does truly lay flat is related to the pad difference, or is it the fabric difference for the hammock tent itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the pads and see if that makes a difference in how well each lays flat. Take the Safari pad. You can see here the difference. Obviously color difference, but this is kind of plasticky fill that has like a velour finish to it. Probably adds to the weight, but it adds to comfort as well. And it's one of those trade-offs of what do you do to address the weight. And that might have been a decision that had to be made to just let it go. I think it's about the same. So I don't think it's a difference in the pad, even though the pad is slightly different. I think it really is just the fabric difference for the tent. This is silk poly versus kind of a canvas for the Haven Safari. It's not going to make a difference to me. I'm still going to sleep in this and enjoy it. Looking forward to it. I could take this pad instead of that one if I wanted, but I'll use that one, give it a try. All right. Once again, thanks for watching. It's hot. I'm gonna go in and cool down. I'll come and put all this gear away later.
If you enjoyed
Thanks for watching.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell to receive notifications for future content. That's all, folks. See you on our next adventure.